Welcome back to the discussion of chapter number 5 Industry. Today, we are going to understand the reasons why an industry is located in one place, what all factors lead to it. Also, we are going to elaborately discuss this with the example of iron and steel industry and cotton textile industries. Factors affecting the location of industries. Availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport, and market industries are usually located at the areas where these are easily available. Government provide incentives like subsidized power, lower transport cost, and other infrastructures so that industries may be located in backward areas, which will lead to the industrialization and will lead to the development and growth of the towns and cities. The industrial system consists of n number of processes. There are inputs, outputs, and the finished product. Inputs are raw material, labor, and cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. Process includes wide range of activities that basically convert the raw material into a finished product, which can also be known as manufacturing. Output are our end product, or we can also say that finished product, which actually get a person earn its income or get its profit. Over the world, there are various industrial regions. These emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share the benefit of their closeness. Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia are the major industrial regions of the world. They are located in the temperate areas, near seaports, and especially near coalfields. The reason why these are located near the seaport is so that they can have a good access to the water transportation, and near coalfields provide them the fuel which they require for the process of manufacturing and other things. Coming on to the industrial regions in India, they are Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Vishakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gurgaon Delhi Meerut region, and Kollam and Trivandrum industrial cluster. Moving on to the next topic, that is distribution of major industries. In the iron and steel industry, the textile industry, and the information technological industry are the major industries. Countries in which the iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. Textile industry is focused in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, which is basically the industry which are majorly there in the Asia. Major hubs of information technology industries are Silicon Valley of Central California and Bangalore region of India, which is also known as IT capital of India. Talking about iron and steel industry. It is the backbone industries of all because it is also known as the feeder industry. Let's understand why. As I have just said, that it is a feeder industry whose products are used as a raw material for the other industries' inputs. And this process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. Raw material is put into the blast furnace where it undergoes smelting and is then refined. And the output which we obtain is steel. And this output, which is the finished product, or I can say the final product of iron industry, is raw material for the other industry. That is why it is also known as feeder industry, or we can also refer it as the backbone industry. Steel is a tough and can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire special alloys of steel and can be made by adding small amount of other metals such as aluminium, nickel, and copper. Jamshedpur. Iron and steel industry in our country is located in Jamshedpur. Is just one example of it. Before 1947, that is before the independence, only one iron and steel plant in our country was there. That was Tata Iron Steel Company Limited, TISCO, was privately owned after independence. The government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO started it in 1907 at Sakchi, near confluence of the river Subranekha and Kharkai in Jharkhand. Later, Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. The benefit of the place which influence the factor of establishment of iron and steel industry over there is that it is just 32 kilometers away from the Kalimati station on Bengal Nagpur railway line. The close proximity to the iron ore and the coal manganese deposits. Tisco gets coal from Jharia coal field and iron ore, limestone, dolomite and manganese from Odisha, Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and Subranekha rivers ensured the sufficient water supply. The government initiative provided adequate capital for its later development. Comparing it with the other iron and steel industry which is there in Pittsburgh, USA. Again, Pittsburgh is an important steel city of the United States of America which enjoys locational advantage of raw material such as coal is available locally, while iron ores comes from the iron mines at Minnesota, about 1500 kilometers from Pittsburgh. One of the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply. The famous Great Lakes waterway lies between the mines, which also act as a water transportation between the Pittsburgh and the iron mine in Minnesota. The Pittsburgh Trans carry ore from the Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area, Ohio. The Monongahela and the Allegheny rivers provide adequate water supply. Finished steel is transported to the market by both land and water routes. Pittsburgh area has many factories that use steel as their raw material to manufacture railroad equipment, machinery, and rails. So this was the comparison, and this is how industry of iron and steel was located once we learned about the Jamshedpur one, and the other one was the Pittsburgh, which is there in USA. Similarly, we are going to now dwell upon to the subject of the cotton textile industry. One, we are going to read of India, which is there in Ahmedabad, and the other one, we are going to learn about the Osaka, which is there in Japan. Weaving cloth from yarn is an ancient art. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax, used for making cloth textile industry, is divided on the basis of raw material used fibers. The raw material can be natural or man-made natural fibers, obtained from wool, silk, cotton, linen, and jute, which are man-made fibers. Nylon, polyester, acrylic, and rayon, one of the oldest industries in the world. Till the Industrial Revolution in 18th century, cotton cloth was made using hand spinning techniques, and looms in 18th century power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry. First in Britain and later in other parts of the world, important producer of cotton textile are India, China, Japan, and USA. Ahmedabad. Located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River, first mill established in 1859, second largest textile city of India, following the Mumbai, referred as Manchester of India. Situated very close to the cotton growing areas, ensure an easy cotton growing availability of raw material. Ideal climate for spinning and weaving. Flat terrain and easy availability of land makes it suitable establishment for mills provide both skilled and semi-skilled labor. Well-developed road and railway network permits easy transportation of textile to different parts of the country, also providing easy access to the market. All these factors contributed to the establishment of the cotton textile industry there in Ahmedabad. Comparing it to the Osaka one, Osaka, which is there in Japan, is an important textile center. It is also known as Manchester of Japan. Geographically, factors facilitating the growth of textile industries in Osaka are as below. Extensive plain around Osaka ensured the land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Remember, the growth of cotton mills, not cotton plant. Warm, humid climate is well suited for the spinning and weaving. River Udo provides a sufficient water for the mill's labor, which is easily available for them. Location of port facilities, import of raw cotton, and for exporting textile. Here, the important thing is that cotton is not grown in Japan but processed over here. The textile industry at Osaka depends completely upon the imported raw material. Cotton is imported from Egypt, India, China, and the USA. The finished product is mostly exported and has a good market due to the quality and the low price. Despite it being an important textile city in the country, of late, the cotton textile industry of Osaka has been replaced by the other industry, such as iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding and automobiles, electricity and equipment, and the cement industries. So here we learned about two things, that the cotton textile industry, which was set up in our country and which is there now too, is something established because the cotton is a major crop which is grown over there in our country. That is why Ahmedabad has such a large scale industry of cotton over there. But on the contrary, when we learned about the cotton textile industry example of Osaka, we got to know that the area over there in Osaka was extremely ideal for establishing a cotton mill, but not the cotton was not overgrown over there. It depends on the other countries for the raw material of it. But still, the cotton textile industry emerged over there and it developed a good market repo and the value of its finished product. So basically, industries and the type it governed, the type it governed itself plays a major factor in the establishment of it. Thus, as a result, we learned in this slide that how the cotton textile industry, which was there in Osaka, now has been replaced by the other industries as per the requirement of time.